So Plat Star, declare play only. This is 16 boards. It is not best hand, I don't think. It's been a while since I played this thing. As usual, we'll take a look at the auction and try and get a feel for everything. Pass. We opened a spade in third seat. We have 16. So generally, these are the kinds of hands that I always advocate for opening hands in the 15 to 17 range and no trump unless you have a real alternative. And I understand the arguments about opening one of a major with these types of hands when you've a 5-card major and a side 4-card minor, because there's no like winning solution all the time. It's really just, do you want to always be at the right level of contract, like game, part score, slam? If you prefer that, then you should open a no trump with these hands. Or would you always prefer to get to the right suit? If you always prefer to get to the right suit, but possibly at the wrong level, then you should be opening a major. And it's just a personal preference thing. Both have their own issues, but I kind of prefer to just always get to the right level. I think at imps, it's probably more important to open a no trump with these hands than at match points, because if you miss out on a game, maybe that's okay. Sometimes the field does too, but if you get to the right suit, that's probably worth some match points. Like if you play spades instead of clubs here, that's probably useful. Or if you play clubs instead of spades. Anyway, we decide to open a spade. Pass. East is a passed hand, balance is a no trump, so East kind of has a maximum. We decide to bid 2 clubs. I think this is a pretty big mistake. It looks like East has the king of spades, and maybe East has the king of clubs too. Either way, I think we'll probably get pretty rich against a no trump, especially at match points. I don't know, partner isn't able to bid over spades, so maybe it's a little less clear to go after this, but I kind of like doubling a no trump. I mean, even if we give up a trick at trick 1 by leading ace of spades, queen of spades, which I think is probably what we would do, there's a pretty good chance partner can get in, put a club through, and then that's 7 tricks already. We have no idea if we're actually making something on offense. We might need too many entries to partner's hand to take spade finesses or club finesses to make something at the 2 level. But against a no trump, I think we're somewhat likely to go plus. It's tricky, but anyway, we decide to bid 2 clubs. Partner corrects to 2 spades, which makes me feel a little bit worse about our decision to bid 2 clubs, because now we know partner has at least a little bit of spade fit. And no club fit, so partner probably has the red suits, meaning the opponents were not running hearts or diamonds against us. Well, we're here now. So we're in 2 spades, as is the rest of the field. We get the queen of diamonds lead. We will play low. Queen of diamonds goes to the king in East's hand. No reason to play the 10 over the 3, so we'll play the 3. A spade comes through, which is interesting. I mean, we'll definitely take the finesse, because East surely has the king of spades for the balancing 1 no trump bid. But now what's our plan? There are a couple of options that I'm looking at, which all feel actually pretty sensible. One, which I think is somewhat straightforward, is we could try and lead a heart to the king. We know East is turned up with the ace king of diamonds and the king of spades, but East is a passed hand. So West probably has basically everything else, which includes the ace of hearts. But West also has the king of clubs, because otherwise East would have 13 highs. So leading a heart to the king to take a club finesse is not particularly effective. Leading a heart to the king to take a spade finesse, though, is okay, right? And spades don't have to be 3-3. They could be 4-2, but it would still be useful to take a spade finesse. Leading spades out of our hand, we would have 1 or 2 spade losers. Taking the spade finesse, we would have 0 or 1 spade losers. Alternatively, we could try and lead a low club to the 10 right now, and that has some appeal to me. We know the club king is offside, and we're going to want to set up clubs at some point during the play. The thing that I kind of don't like about it is I would really prefer to pull trumps before the opponents do something like play 2 more rounds of diamonds. Like, if I lead a low club now, and West hops up with the king, and then plays the jack of diamonds, and East decides to overtake to play a 3rd round of diamonds, that's really bad for us. I mean, obviously West can do the same thing if we lead a heart first, but it might not be so clear to West to hop up with the ace of hearts and then continue diamonds. They might hop up with the ace of hearts and switch to clubs, or play back a 2nd spade. Playing a club towards the 10 does give us the added benefit, though, that if West ducks, I still think we should probably take the spade finesse. So I do believe we're always going to end up losing a club, regardless. So even if a club to the 10 somehow holds, I don't think we can play a club to the ace and ruff a club. We wouldn't have a fast entry back to hand. A 4th round of clubs from West might give East a ruff. And then 2 more rounds of diamonds could promote another trump trick. So additionally, if I lead a low club towards the 10 and West hops up, I don't have a fast entry to dummy to take a spade finesse. Like, if West just plays back a club, I'm stuck in hand, and I'm going to need to lead a heart to the king anyway. So I think maybe it does actually make the most sense to lead a heart towards the king immediately. We always get an entry. We can then always take a spade finesse, and then we can set up the clubs later. Again, I just don't think there's any realistic hope of taking 4 club tricks if West ducks the club king, so I think we're just going to lead a heart to the king. All right, West does hop up with the ace, continues the jack of diamonds, okay, which holds, so now there's no entry to East's hand, and West does continue the 9 of spades, so we'll win the jack. It's looking as if spades are not splitting, but we'll cash the ace of spades anyway, so East has a spade winner. We can lead a club to the 10, which holds. And now we can ruff the diamonds good and knock out the last trump and dummies high, right? So ultimately, West did make a mistake. We have no club losers anymore. We can just play a spade. East is out of trumps. The king of hearts is an entry to dummy, so we play a spade pitching a heart, and then East will probably play a club back, which would give us a beer. So I guess we'll play out that card. Here comes the club through. We win the ace. We actually claim a beer for an over trick. So that was quite nice, the way that the end position just kind of magically worked out for us to score the over trick. I think that'll be a good start. Board 2. Pass on our right, we open a no trump with 16. Generally not much to talk about these deals. Well, North has not watched my Stamen video, so North could have done something better on this hand, but we're in a no trump and not two hearts. No big deal. Same with the rest of the field. Okay. It's kind of funny. This is exactly the suit combination we were looking at the end of yesterday's stream. Hey, Shift. Good afternoon. We don't have a ton of entries to North's hand, so this means that it's going to be important to use our one club entry to take a heart finesse, and I guess that means we should win the first club in hand to lead a heart towards the Queen 10. Doing so also is going to make it look like clubs could be our potential weak suit. With the singleton ace and dummy remaining, the opponents aren't going to know, even though we're playing on hearts, that they should be switching to spades. They might switch to diamonds, they might continue clubs, but it's going to be really hard for them to switch to spades looking at jack, fourth, and dummy. So I'll win the club in hand. A club goes to the 8. I was thinking if East had played a higher club spot, I probably was going to win the king. Now I'm going to win the queen to make it look as if West has underled the king. Let's lead a low heart. Long tank by West, king of hearts. Okay. Sure thing, buddy. Jack of clubs comes back. Huh. Long think king of hearts. Imagine if that's singleton king. I think we should go after diamonds now. So percentage-wise, it's probably correct to play ace-king of diamonds and another diamond, but I really don't like that play for a number of reasons. I think the main reason, and the reason why I'm going to reject it, is that that gives away so much info about our missing high cards. West, well, both East and West should know where the king of clubs is. So if they see the ace-king of diamonds, king, queen of clubs, and the fact that we are playing on hearts instead of spades, for example, they'll figure we have a heart card, which, given West played the king, is probably the ace. They should know that they should switch to spades.
In Nymum, Skibidi Robot is the defect in Spire, but Bradibot Zero is the bridge player on fire. H18 burned.
Thanks for the text-to-speech shift. Appreciate it. Misspelled Eminem. You really did. Oopsies. So I think what I want to do instead of ace king of diamonds and a diamond, which would, I think, be a little bit stronger than running the 10. I suppose we could work it out, but either way it's pretty close, at least percentage-wise, is I just want to run the 10 of diamonds on the first round of the suit. So 10 of diamonds goes to the jack. West does continue hearts, which is good news for us, I think. So let's play the 8. All right. East covers with the jack. We win the ace. And we should definitely cash the diamond ace. I guess maybe I should have unblocked the 10 of hearts on this trick. Because now I'm in a spot where if the, say, queen doubleton of diamonds falls in East's hand, I can't actually pick it up anymore. I don't have an entry back to the south hand. All right, let's cash the diamond ace. Oh, okay. Interesting. Spade discard from West. So if we had cashed the diamond ace, we could have then led a low diamond towards the 10-9. That would have been a lot more effective on this lie of the cards. I mean, East might have found a spade switch at that point, but they would have been really put to the test, and I think they'd probably just return a club. Well, I think we're going to lose 3 more tricks from here. You can cash 2 hearts, the diamond king and the club king, but that's going to be all we end up getting. Diamond discard from East, but East has held on to their long diamond. Cash the king of clubs, and we are completely out of good ideas. Alright, made 2. I do suspect that someone's going to make extra tricks. I mean, if you just take what I think is the percentage play in diamonds, it's very possible that East does not find the winning defense of switching to king of spades and a spade. But anyway, Schiff says, had a lot of bad ideas and got a 46 on day 1. Yeah, it happens. Board 3. We have opened a heart. We have 15. Partner bids a no trump. We get a 2 club overcall, which literally could be anything. 2 hearts by us. The Singleton king of clubs is not a great value anymore. We are 6-4. But we know partner doesn't have a spade fit, and partner doesn't really have a heart fit for the no trump bid. They could have a 3-card limit raise, but we'll find that out shortly. So I think probably going low on this hand makes sense. Partner does bid 3 hearts, showing an invite 2 or 3 card support. I think generally this should be 2 card support. If you have a 3-card limit raise and partner shows a 6 trump, I feel like it's important to just bid game with those hands, but I could be wrong. 4 hearts by us. We get a club opening lead. Alright, let's see what East does at trick 2. So the ace of clubs holds, we dump the king. They cash the spade queen. Interesting. So is this ace king queen of spades? Might be. And they play back the 3 of clubs. So let me think for just a second. I think it just has to be right to discard a spade here. Our plan is then basically going to be to ruff 1 spade, pull trumps, and then pitch another spade on the ace queen of diamonds. We could hope that diamonds split. So we could do something like ruff with the 10 of hearts right now. If West discards, we can hope that trumps are 3-2. We can go ace king queen of hearts, and then play 3 rounds of diamonds, pitching 1 spade. And if diamonds break, we can pitch all the spades. But if diamonds don't split, we have 2 spade losers from there. And I think it's pretty unlikely that diamonds split. East has turned up with what looks like 6 clubs. I mean, it would be very strange for East to return a club here if they had only 5 of them. And if East's queen of spades is a true card, which, I don't know, might not be clear that East has ace king queen of spades, but it's starting to seem somewhat likely, then that would already give East 6 clubs, at least 3 spades. If they also have, say, Jack Doubleton of hearts, then they can really only have 2 diamonds to make up their hand. So I think we just ditch a spade let West rough this trick, and then hopefully we have the rest from there. At least that's the plan. So diamond comes back. We win the ace. We do have a bit of a problem, actually. We rough a spade here. We can cash the heart ace, but we don't have a way back to our hand. I mean, the queen of diamonds probably holds, but then we've cut off ourselves from the diamond suit. And if we try and rough a club back to hand, obviously we risk getting over roughed. So let me think for a second. Obviously, if trumps are 2-2, I can make this, and I can make it in multiple different ways. I could go heart to the king, heart to the ace. That would pull trumps. And then I can take a roughing finesse against the club queen. That would set up an extra club to pitch a spade. If trumps happen to be 3-1 remaining, with East having started with 3 of them, I could still take a roughing finesse against the club queen, since West would have showed out in the trump suit. If West has 3 trumps on that line, I don't think there's anything I can do, but can I ever make it if West had started with an original holding of 4 trumps? Let me think. I could play for 3-3 diamonds. So I could go heart to the ace, heart to the king. Queen of hearts pulling the last trump. And then queen of diamonds to the king. Run the diamonds pitching spades. But this would go down if diamonds are 4-2 and trumps are 2-2 remaining. Great, tricky spot once again. I think it's somewhat unlikely that West started with Jack 4th of trumps. Because East might not have played back a low club, forcing their partner to potentially rough with a natural trump trick as I discard a loser from my hand. So I think for that reason, it probably makes sense to go with the line of play king of hearts, heart to the ace. Let me just think about this again for a second. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a squeeze against the opponents. East appears to have both of the black suit guards, and if anyone, that means West has the diamond guard. So there's no real position where I can put pressure on one of the opponents. East will just keep whichever black suit that they need to guard because I don't have enough entries to set up clubs, and cash them after pulling trumps if I say run the hearts, and West will just hold on to all their long diamonds. If West has 4 hearts, what is East's shape? East would be like 3-1, 3-6. That would mean diamond split. Huh. I guess I'm going to go King of Hearts, heart to the ace. I just, again, I think it's somewhat unlikely that East would find this defense of playing an extra round of clubs, potentially compromising their partner's trump holding. It feels like they might have played back the club queen instead of a low club is what I'm thinking. But yeah, let's go King of Hearts, heart to the ace. Look at that. There's a diamond discard. So now we can actually claim. We can take the roughing, finesse, and clubs, pull the last trump, and we're in great shape. East was 3-1, 3-6. I mean, if we flip the red suits. So that worked out. 420. Feels like a good result. I think we had good reasoning to come up with the right plan there at the end. Board 4. Pass, pass. East opens a diamond in front of us. The diamonds didn't split. You're right about that. It is true. A diamond by East. We overcall 2 clubs. I mean, that's a good bid with our hand. I'll pass. Seems pretty reasonable. Partner has one of these hands that I think it's kind of important for partner to bid in general. Now, with the robots overcalling at the 2-level vulnerable on basically anything, obviously you can't just afford to be at the 3-level with a 8 count that has kind of minimal support for partner's 2-level overcall. But I think you miss a lot of games, like 4 hearts, 3 no trump with hands like this if you don't find a bid. And what should partner do? Probably 2 diamonds. You could bid 3 clubs, but I think the purpose of 2 diamonds is to try and find a 4-4 major suit fit. Now, on this hand, we would bid 2 spades and partner would bid 3 clubs, and then with the south cards, we would have to decide if we want to bid a game. We probably would. And it looks like game isn't so bad. All the suits are stopped. We have 5 clubs, 2 diamonds, a heart, and a spade, assuming we can get there. So I think we probably want to be in 3-0 on these cards, and I think this is a fault of North, but it's more a fault of like the robot system that you don't get here, because if you're overcalling 2 clubs on, like, look at this, 5 or more clubs, 10 or more high card points, which is absolutely ridiculous. You would never want to do this at match points or at imps. Then you just miss out on the opportunity to have a constructive auction. I mean, it's like 2 clubs is basically a preempt. And why would you want to preempt vulnerable on hands like that? Anyway, we're in board 4. So a heart opening lead. The fact that we have 24 highs between ourselves and East open to diamond means they probably have most of the missing high cards. Heart goes to the 10. We will win the queen. Now what? Schiff says this hand is way too strong for 2 clubs. I mean, I think this hand is almost minimum for 2 clubs. But like it is definitely true that if you overcall 2 clubs on this type of hand, you are going to be losing not only a lot of match points, but a lot of imps. Like, I don't think it's a close decision. I think you're hemorrhaging imps by doing this. I also think a lot of people like bidding. So I understand that most people believe that this is the right thing to do because they enjoy it. It makes them feel warm and fuzzy inside by bidding when they pick up, king, queen, jack, 6 of clubs and an outside ace. They're just like, great, 2 clubs. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get in there. But anywho, this is just my opinion. In terms of tricks, I think what we want to do is unblock the Diamond King. If we duck a spade, someone's going to win, and they're just going to go ace and a club, which is fine. We'll get an entry to dummy in the club 10, but we only get one discard on the diamond ace. And we can always duck a spade later. So I think we actually want to go king of diamonds and try and take a heart finesse. I'm pretty convinced East has the ace-jack of hearts, based on the play at trick 1, but no guarantee. There is some chance then that we're going to be able to set up 2 red suit tricks, so let's do it. Ah, look at that. Now a spade comes through, so we should definitely duck this to try and rough a spade and dummy. Now a heart comes again. Well, looks like the heart finesse was winning, so we'll take it again. Pitch a spade. Okay. We need to think for just a second. We know that West has the missing heart. So I think what I want to do, because a danger is if we go ace of diamonds and then say lead the 10 of clubs, East might have started with singleton ace and diamonds could be 5-2. So East could win the ace of clubs and then play another diamond, promoting a trump trick for the opponents. Can I go ace of diamonds, pitch a spade, and then lead the 8 of clubs to prevent this? If East tops up with the ace, I don't have to squander an honor. A diamond comes through. I can rough high, play a club to the 10, and then cross back to the spade ace to pull the last trumps. I think this is the plan. That looks a little bit better than roughing a spade, for example. Yeah, let's do that. Now a low club. East does hop up with the ace and plays back a club. All right, so now we can just claim, clubs were 4-1 the other direction. I see. 130. Not so bad, but obviously we missed out on 3 no trump, which looks like a pretty good place to play on those cards. We get to play 2 hearts on this one. Here's another 5-4-2-2. This time we do open a no trump. We have minor suits instead of a major suit. 15. Partner transfers us to hearts. Looks pretty reasonable from partner's perspective. Schiff says in the position where you thought about cashing the diamond ace, king of hearts. I mean, a big issue with that is that East might rough in on the king of hearts. Like if East has singleton 7 of clubs, not even singleton 7, like ace 7 doubleton could cause us problems. They rough with the 7, we have to over rough, and then we have to rough a spade, squandering the club 10. And now we have to get back to our hand with a diamond rough. I think we end up losing a trick pretty often on that line. But yeah, it looks tempting because it always feels tempting to try and play a winner through someone who's out of the suit. But you do have to worry about them roughing in. Queen of diamonds lead? Okay, this is... We're off to a good start. We do need to come up with a plan for pulling trumps, though. I guess first plan is we want to win the ace of diamonds. It looks like this is a singleton. And East is known to have an entry in the spade suit, for sure. I mean, ideally, we would want to lead a heart towards the king in hand. We could do that by roughing a club, of course. Club rough, heart to the king. Like, the fact that diamonds are 4-1 obviously makes it more likely that West has heart length. So I'm kind of tempted to just lead a low heart out of hand. But then I don't know what to play from dummy. Whether I run the 7 of hearts or play a heart to the queen. Mostly just trying to prevent as many diamond roughs as possible. My thought process is that if West has ace third of hearts, at least I get to basically force them to take it in the hopes that they can get to their partner's hand a couple of times and get multiple roughs. Similarly, if they have ace doubleton of hearts, they would want to hop up with the ace. Like, if I play heart to the king or lead the king of hearts, West is just going to win, and then they'll get a diamond rough, and he still score the jack of hearts. I kind of like this plan of heart to the queen. Like, sometimes West hops up with the ace, which resolves my guess. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Heart to the queen holds. Let's play back a heart. It's fine. We were always going to lose 2 trump tricks. Wait, what? West just led the queen of diamonds from queen doubleton? That's unbelievable. That is actually unbelievable. Oh boy. We're in serious trouble now. Oh, they played back a heart. Okay. Because if West worked out to play a spade over and then get a diamond rough, our diamonds were going to be stranded. We would have been in huge trouble. But now we at least get to pitch 2 spades. They're always afraid of leading away from honors because the thing is, like, if they're wrong, and I mean, this is a big reason why signals are so important on defense. Like, if you have no idea where your partner's honors are, leading away from honors just blind does tend to be the wrong thing to do. And that's been illustrated many times, not just on opening leads, but as well as later in the defense from the robots. So West had no idea whether their partner had clubs or spade cards, and for that reason, they were afraid of getting a diamond rough, playing a spade over. I mean, if they do play a spade over, at least we score a spade trick, right? So we would be down 1, I guess. But anywho, plus 140 feels like a good result. Board 6, we opened a diamond in second seat. Pass on our right, a diamond. Partner bids a spade. We have a bit of a tricky hand type to figure out what to do with at match points, especially. I mean, even at imps, it could be that a 4-3 spade fit is just going to make game on our cards. We have a lot of trick-taking power. So I think I would be very tempted to raise 1 spade to 2 with this hand rather than rebidding 2 diamonds. It's tough. Like, the power of the diamond suit alone makes it almost good enough to jump rebid 3 diamonds. But I think the 3 diamond rebid often is angling at no trump, and this is a hand that feels a lot more like suit play to it, to me at least, with the singleton club. So anyway, we decide to bid 2 diamonds, so does the field. We get the jack of spades lead. Partner has a pretty good hand. I understand the reluctance to bid again. And this is kind of one of the reasons why I don't like the 2-diamond rebid, that a lot of the time it tends to show kind of a dead minimum with no spade support, in which case North's hand looks pretty bad. No spade values. I mean, the clubs could be fitting, but they don't know that, and the singleton diamond is not great. Little do they know that we have perfectly fitting honors with spade support, and our diamonds are solid, missing the king. Well, Jack of Spades lead. It's certainly not away from the king. I guess we have a couple of options here. I mean, obviously one option is to just duck trick one. It would be a little annoying if the Jack of Spades was a singleton, but I think much more likely West has just led Jack Doubleton. I mean, we saw the lead on the previous board. Queen from Queen Doubleton. I mean, what a joke of an opening lead. But the robots love leading Doubletons because they're just very optimistic about getting roughs. And they just don't care about blowing tricks in a suit. From Doubleton honors, they figure that we're always guessing them if we did have a guess. Another option is we could win the ace and take a diamond finesse immediately, which we might do regardless, either at trick 1 or at trick 2 if the Jack of Spades is Doubleton. And if East happens to have king third of diamonds or king Doubleton or something, we can completely prevent a diamond rough. A final option is, like, if we think that West is actually leading from spade length, trying to give their partner a rough, we could hop up with the spade ace and then make a scissors kill by playing a club. That doesn't seem as appealing. I mean, if the king of diamonds is onside, the opponents are never getting a spade rough anyway. So I guess let's just play low at trick 1. It's obviously going to be disappointing if if spades are 5-1. ATNS, if you take the ace and finesse and diamonds, you won't be able to try both major suit finesses. Yeah, that's true. We might not need to, because I think at some point they're probably going to switch to hearts for us. Like, it's certainly not obvious for them to go after clubs, but I also think they're pretty likely to play on spades at some point again anyway. But yeah, you might be technically correct. That was not really a concern for me, because it does feel very natural for them to switch to hearts at some point, either West to switch to hearts through the ace third, or East to switch to hearts into the ace third to try and prevent entries to the long club suit. But it is a fair point. All right, let's play low. A heart does come through. This is Robot Bridge. Missed defense by the robots. Well, like, the thing is, this is one of these defenses that the robots are actually very likely to get correct, in the sense that, like, it is correct for them to switch to hearts. Like, the hands that they'll simulate for me are often going to have club cards, and so they really need to knock out the ace of hearts and set up heart tricks before I score club tricks. So that's kind of I mean, that's really important for them to do. All right, a heart comes through. I don't really think there's any chance that East has the queen. Sorry, I don't think there's any chance East has the 10. Because I think East would have switched to the 10. Maybe that's not true. I'm just thinking, if West has both the Queen and 10 of Hearts, I really want to play the Jack on this trick. Right? Maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, I give up. It probably doesn't matter. Let's play low. Let's win the ace. Let's take a diamond finesse. Long tank. West plays the king. Plays back a spade. So this is going to go 6-7 queen. So it does look like East has the missing spade. We can pull trumps. So let me just think all this through. If we run all of our diamonds, we come down to a 4-card ending. East has to keep the 10 of spades guarded. So East will probably come down to 1 heart and 1 club. If East has the club ace, I think I can actually make all but one trick from here. I think what I can do is I can run all of my diamonds and come down to ace-8 of spades and queen-jack of clubs and dummy. I pitch all of the hearts. So East is going to have to keep 2 spades. If they come down to 1 heart and 1 club, if it's the singleton ace, I can cash the king of hearts, pitching a spade and stripping their heart. Or sorry, cash the king of hearts, pitching a club, stripping their heart, and then I can throw them in with the stiff ace of clubs. If they discard their ace of clubs, then I don't cash the heart king. Maybe this doesn't quite work. I guess I'm not exactly seeing it. I was thinking if they pitch the club ace, I could set up a club trick, but I have some issues from there. Schiff says, could the end position have one opponent 2-2 in the blacks and the other 2-2 in the rounds? Yeah, I mean, that's basically the thing that I was thinking. Like, West would come down to Queen Doubleton of Hearts and King Doubleton of Clubs, and East would come down to 10 Doubleton of Spades and, you know, a Doubleton Heart or a Singleton Heart and the stiff ace of clubs or something like that. We've decided that doesn't work, but if East unblocks the club ace, I think I don't have a winning plan. Because if I play a spade to the ace, and then play the queen of clubs, West will just win the king and then play a club back to dummy. I lose my king of hearts. If I cash the king of hearts, then I've set up West's queen. I feel like I should be able to make 10 tricks from here, but I'm really struggling. Yeah, ADN says if he discards the club ace, I can just play clubs, but that's the thing, I can't, right? I've lost access to the heart king because I have to pitch all of dummy's hearts. dummy gets squeezed in front of East, basically. So that doesn't work. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Also, we don't know that that's the lie of the honors either. Like, the Queen of Hearts might just be on side. I think it's pretty unlikely for the Heart Queen to be on side. West would have returned a heart if the Queen was in East's hand. It just says entries and loser count just kind of suck. Yeah. I don't think it's possible that the clubs are in both hand or are in the same hand. Zap asked how much for coaching. Yeah, I know, right? I do have a coaching thing set up in the Discord. If anyone actually is curious, you can take a look there. In the end, West led from Jack 10 third. Yeah, I mean, it would be amazing if West follows with another spade at the end. I guess let's run the diamonds. Let's cash some diamonds and see if we can get some more information. West started with 4 diamonds. There's a heart pitch. I mean, I could have just not cashed that 5th diamond and let a club up. If West had made the mistake of, like, hopping up with club honor, they would have been end played. Like, if West had the king of clubs, for example. Maybe that was a better plan. If it's 1,500 an hour, you can't afford it. True. Alright, let's play the 7 of diamonds. Oh, West pitches the 10 of spades. Look at that. We could have saved some time, huh? Okay. Okay, guys. Yep, I get it. I guess I play the king. 150. Brilliant defense by everyone, all around. Maybe I should just run my diamonds first and then thought about the end position later, but this is... Man, if only we could signal on defense. Signaling seems like a pretty important thing to do. Alright, 4 spades. If it isn't 1,500 an hour, then what is? That's a good point. That's a very good point. Something has to be worth that amount of money. Why can't it be bridge coaching? 1 spade. So we got, what is this? 13? 7 spades. A spade and no trump. We bid 2 spades. We've had a lot of these, kind of just like something needs to be a maximum type hands, and I guess this is one of those things. Right? On the previous board, we had another 13 count with a good 6-card suit and good shape. and we just went low and rebid 2 of the minor. Here we've gone low and rebid 2 spades a little bit, but is this really a 3 spade bid? I don't think so. We're aceless. We have a lot of these combinations where we're going to need a ton of entries to partner's hand to be able to take finesses. So I think I like 2 spades here, but let's face it, I've been washed since 2017. You think it was only 2017 that I was washed. Little do you know that it was during my career when I was competing in nationals regularly. Yeah, no, it's $20 an hour. That's probably overpaying. 2 spades. Partner bids 4 spades. Look at that. Partner has a 3-card limit raise, and this time they do the right thing, although this time their hand doesn't fit very well with ours. We do get a useful opening lead, a diamond. Let's play low. Diamond to the ace. Ace of hearts. Yep, we're doing great. And the queen of hearts. It looks like we weren't going to misguess that one. Let me just think for a second. Spades 3-0 is the only real issue. Let's cash the spade king. And now as long as the king of diamonds cashes, we can rough a diamond high and take a spade finesse. All right. Oh, the ace of clubs needs to cash too. Ah, I made a little bit of an error. But we can make up for it. I mean, like, I don't think the jack of diamonds east is ever pitching on the jack of diamonds, and clubs aren't 5-1. But I should cash the club ace before doing this, but I can make up for it. I can play a club to the ace and rough a club, and then rough a diamond high. So now we can claim 650. Just being a little bit careful. Board 8. 3 hearts. So a diamond on our left, a spade on our right. There's definitely a post on Bridge Winners about this type of situation before, like what should 2 diamonds mean in this spot. Shift says there is a legit coaching channel, and just there is. It's been up there for a while. 100 Trick Wonder says realizing you don't want to be in 24-point part scores and match points. Yes, that is a good realization to have. So I personally think, and I believe this was brought up in the thread, which seems to be the opinion of most experts, that 2 diamonds here should be Michaels. Similarly, if it was a club pass a spade, 2 clubs should be Michaels in this spot. And that 2-no is the other 2 suits. But some people do play that 2 of openers minor is the other 2 suits. I guess allowing you to be a little bit more flexible in your 5-5 overcalls. I'm like, it's kind of similar to like, what is a diamond, a spade, 2 spades? 2 spades would be natural here. Of course, that would show a 6-card suit. You don't want to just be playing an ace 4-card spade suit all the time, but it is still important to try and find a spade fit if you have one. Partner bids 3 diamonds showing heart support. We decide to bid 3 hearts. This is a tricky one. You know, our hand's not really worth a 2 heart overcall. Our hand is worth showing both suits. But if we don't have that available, obviously we kind of need to overcall 2 hearts. Zap says it's vague in terms of pricing. Well, I think that's kind of the point. I don't want there to be any sort of community stigma behind, like, hiring a pro player or hiring a coach or something for something. And, like, I'm happy to discuss it via email if people want to email me, or maybe even, like, send me a private message on Discord, but I don't want to, like, just put a number out there so that, like, because I do my coaching sessions on stream, I've done some of them in the past, I don't want everyone to be like, ooh, this person paid blah, blah, blah to Excuse you, washed up ex-pro. We already agreed upon this. True. You can find the thing for that. I could set up a mailing list. I probably could. Anywho, I think I'm done talking about this auction. I don't know why I'm still here. We get the King of Spades lead. How are we going to play this dumb contract? Well, West opened a diamond. There's no guarantee they have the diamond ace, but I think it probably makes some sense to win the opening lead and lead a diamond up towards the king. Spades being 4-2 or possibly 5-1 means we don't have an easy route to setting up the spade suit. Like, it's somewhat tempting to win this and play back a spade to start trying to ruff spades. I think we should probably lead a diamond up to the king. There's a pretty good chance we can pitch a club loser. We'll deal with the spade suit later. Alright, there is the ace of diamonds on side, which is good. They play back a diamond to the king. I guess we should lead a spade now. Zap says, priced out of coaching. I don't think it's for everyone. But I do actually rather strongly believe that if people want to seriously improve at bridge, getting a pro player to coach them is, I think, a really useful tool. But it does tend to be, you know, it's expensive. It's like hiring a tutor in anything. And you don't just want any tutor. You want someone who actually can teach you stuff. All right, let's lead a spade. One Under Trick Wonder says, starting to think our opponents are getting paid the most per hour today. They very well might be. All right. So they haven't played hearts. Obviously, that's because West has King Doubleton of Hearts. I guess it could be like King Third or something, but I think our plan is basically going to be to start cross-ruffing now, including roughing our third round of spades with the Heart Queen if possible. So diamond ruff should be safe. West opened a diamond. Spade ruff as cheaply as possible. Club ruff. Maybe I should start with roughing a club. So that West doesn't start discarding clubs. Like if I ruff a diamond, ruff a spade, West pitches a club. Ruff a club, ruff a spade. Ruff a club back to hand. West could overruff and pull trumps. I think I still get the rest because my fifth spade is set up, but it seems a lot safer to ruff a club back to hand for now. So let's do that. What? West didn't lead a singleton? There's no way.
Here's to another year
Why?
of great content and a fantastic community.
What? Jip me. Thank you for the 69.78. Wow, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the donation and support. And East has the Heart King. Sure thing, buddy. Okay, so... Well, anyway. We have the rest, right? We can just rough this low, and now we just have a straight high cross rough. The 8 of Hearts and King of Hearts are both gone. West leads a King, Queen, Doubleton of Spades instead of the Singleton Club. I mean, not that unusual. But then they hop up with the Diamond Ace, and what did they do next? They played another diamond rather than switching to their Singleton Club. This is so crazy to me. Could I have done better? I was considering this whole plan of roughing a diamond instead of roughing a club. I think our reasoning was solid, but... Eight of diamonds, king 10. So if we had roughed a diamond, East would discard for one thing. Oh, sorry. We did play a spade. Right? We played a spade, West won, and now switched to the club. We won the ace. So yeah, now if we had roughed a diamond, what would East discard? Let's just look at the simple plan where they pitch a club. We rough. We rough a spade. West pitches a diamond. Now we return to hand with a club rough. West shows out, doesn't over rough. So we rough a spade. I guess technically we could rough with the heart queen and take a heart finesse. I don't think this would have been my line of play. Because if this loses to West's king, for example, then West can force us with diamonds and we're in pretty bad shape. I think instead I would have just roughed with the 7 of hearts and then continued cross-roughing, club rough with the 10 of hearts, spade rough with the heart queen, lose a heart trick. So in reality, I don't think I would have made 11 tricks, but we could have. What an awkward hand, though. West, forgot to set up their potential club rough, but they got it anyway. We open a no trump in third seat. We got 17. Partner transfers us to spades. We accept. King of clubs lead. King from ace king or king queen. Let's see what happens at trick 2. Ace of diamonds. Okay. Ace of clubs. Queen? No. Interesting. Now a club to the queen. Okay, well, we're not super successful at taking tricks so far. We've lost the first 4. East is a passed hand, but so far West has turned up with all the missing cards. It looks to me like we should just take a spade finesse through East. So let me just quickly think about how to do that as careful as possible. Because I'd like to cash a high spade, then cross, and then take a spade finesse. I don't want to lose a ruff if hearts are 5-2 and West has queen doubleton of spades. So I guess it's safe to win the ace of hearts, cash the spade ace, ruff a diamond, and then play a spade to the 9. If East shows out, we can go king of spades, spade, and then West will be unplayed to effectively give dummy an entry to pull the last trumps. That seems right to me. All right, ace of spades, diamond ruff. I'm thinking for a second. I guess it's safe to ruff with the jack. I'll just ruff low, though. I mean, what are the odds? All right. Now we can pull the last trump, and our club is good. Queen of diamonds also good. 140. No difficulties on that one. So that should be pretty flat. Board 10. Right-hand opponent opens a diamond in front of us in first seat. We overcall heart. Looks good to me. Partner bids 2 diamonds, showing good heart support. Right-hand opponent bids 2 spades. That's a really powerful bid from East, just in general. Because East knows they don't have a spade fit. Or if they do, their partner is very weak. So the 2-spade bid doesn't really suggest trying to find spades. It more just says, like, yes, this is kind of the cheapest bid I can comfortably make to show my hand, but partner, I understand you don't have much. I still think that this could be our hand for offense, so I have a lot of values. And diamonds and spades, of course, but the spades are kind of secondary because West didn't make a negative double. West bids 3 diamonds. I mean, we don't, I think, have much to do over 2 spades. I think we could bid 3 hearts immediately. Our hand does feel a lot like offense to me. And 3 hearts would just be purely competitive. If we wanted to make a game try, we could bid 3 diamonds or 3 clubs or something. So 3 hearts would just be competing. Generally showing a 6 trump, I think that would be important, but with no wasted values in the opponent's suit, I think it's okay to just suggest offense here. 3 diamonds on our left. Partner bids 3 hearts now. We decide to bid 4 hearts. This is a little confusing to me. I still don't think there's any reason to believe we're making a game. I'm not even convinced we were making 3 hearts. I was mostly just thinking, let's bid 3 hearts, force them to double us, and then it'll be a thin contract that they might be able to beat, might not. But we do probably have a diamond loser. We do have a spade loser. Partner probably isn't singleton in those suits. So we're probably losing 3 quick tricks, and then we still have a lot of losers to deal with, even if partner is like 2, 4, 1, 6. We still have to deal with 2 extra spades and 2 extra diamonds in our hand, and we can't use partner's hand to ruff all of those cards, so they're going to need some pretty good clubs. Anyway, 4 hearts feels like a stretch, but let's see what we've got. Diamond opening lead. Okay, we have a diamond to lose. We can ruff a couple of diamonds in the north hand. Etienne says yes, as he was saying yesterday. Only rebid your suit when partner doesn't fit. Good point. Good point. We did learn that the other day. So diamond goes to the 10 at trick 1. East has ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 5th or 6th. 2 diamonds is 3rd or 4th best. 9 of hearts switch. I mean, this is probably a true card. It would be very clever of East to switch to the 9 of hearts with queen 9 3rd. And I think the robots could easily find that play. They would know the 9 of hearts is kind of useless. But I think it's a bit more likely that East has a singleton heart than a singleton club on an auction like this. So let me think for a second about how to play the hand. Let's say I go ace, king of hearts, and East shows out. I unblock the club ace, I ruff a diamond. King of clubs pitching a spade. We know that East has most 3 clubs at that point, so I don't need to lead the jack of clubs for a ruffing finesse, I can just ruff a club. If the queen shows up, great. If not, we know that West started with queen 4th. We could then ruff a diamond, ruff another club, setting up the 5th club, and then play a spade to the ace and cash the 5th club, pitching a spade loser, as West roughs in with their natural. I think that's going to be the line of play. The only real alternative is to take the heart finesse immediately, and that seems like a pretty big commitment, because if it loses, then we don't really have entries to set up clubs. West will win and play a heart back. And we need to ruff 2 diamonds still and also pull the 3rd trump. So let's just go ace, king of hearts. East had queen doubleton. So that's going to make the rest of the play relatively quick. Can play back a diamond. King of clubs, pitch a spade. Okay, East had queen doubleton of clubs, so it does look like East was... no, I guess they were 5-4-2-2, right? That's pretty likely. Either way, I mean, we have the rest. Pitch 2 spades on the jack 10 of clubs. Ace, king, queen, jack, 10, fifth of diamonds. I don't know if East should be bidding 2 spades with this hand. I think it's close. But queen, doubleton are not good cards on offense. Partner is pretty broke over there on an auction like this. You have a vulnerable overcall and a hand showing a limit raise. You have a lot of losers in the East hand. I mean, West happens to fit East's hand perfectly. It's not just the queen of spades filling in the spade suit, but the 4 diamonds, meaning that the defense can't pull diamonds and... cash a bunch of tricks outside. 4 hearts happen to make, but... Alright, board 11, 6 boards to go. Diamond on our... Okay, we pass in first seat. Fine. I think the hand's probably a little bit too weak to open at the 1 level, but I don't hate opening a spade with these kinds of hands. Like queen 10, 9, 8, 5th of spades, ace, king 10, 5th of clubs. I think it's probably pretty clear to open a spade. This hand may be a little bit too weak. Heard overcall by partner. 3 diamonds on a right, preemptive. We bid 3 spades. We couldn't just make a responsive double, could we? Showing spades and clubs and heart tolerance, which is exactly what our hand is. We had to go ahead and bid 3 spades, which is even more confusing in the robot system because we could have a hand that didn't want to preempt. The robots will frequently forget to preempt their 6-card suits for whatever reason on hands that, the entire world would be preempting. Ship says 6 hearts was Jones cold on board 10, and I didn't think South should have been 4 hearts washed. Fact. Fact. I mean, look, to be fair, if we get a spade lead and hearts are 3-1, we only have 9 tricks. But yes, you are correct. Yeah, hearts 2-2 really helps out Declare a little bit on this one. But anyway. We bid 3 spades here. Partner raises to 4 spades. Queen of clubs lead. Well, that's probably not Queen Doubleton, but I wouldn't put it past them. I guess we have a couple of options at trick 2. We'll win the club ace. And then we could either start on the heart suit, which looks tempting, or we could start on the trump suit. I'm thinking starting on hearts looks tempting because we might be able to avoid club losers entirely. If West has the ace third of hearts, we could play a heart to the king and then lead a low spade from dummy, hoping for king or queen doubleton of spades in East's hand and that they hop up. I guess East will probably win and play back a club, setting up a club trick, but there's not much we can do about that. But if East has queen and a spade and plays low, we can put in the jack, West wins, cash the ace, the queen falls. Our 7 of spades would be an entry, and eventually we can lead a heart up towards the other honor to set up the suit. I think I like this plan. Taking 2 spade finesses is certainly preferable in terms of just pulling trumps. But then we have a club. I don't know. Maybe this is stupid. Maybe I should just do the thing the field does, where we win the ace of clubs and we play the jack of spades and we take another spade finesse and we lose a diamond, a heart, a club, and a spade, and we're just down 1. Should I just do that? Maybe that's better. There's no guarantee that East gets in, plays a club back throw. Shift is falling asleep because I'm not taking the the straightforward play. Let's just pull trumps and claim down one, go to the bar. I think to make the contract, it's probably better to take this line of play that I suggested. Win the ace of clubs and lead a heart at trick 2. I think so. And I think there's a decent enough chance this works. I know that Robot East likes to get in my way on these hands, and they'll just like randomly hop up with the queen from Queen Doubleton in this spot. But I think that's pretty hard to do in this position. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Like, we could technically play for Honor Doubleton of Spades on side and clubs 3-3. We go like King of Clubs, Club Ruff, eventually get back to hand, try and pick up the spade suit, but I think that's a little bit too hard to do. Okay, heart. West hops up with the ace. East falls with the 7, which is not exactly what I was hoping to see. Now the Jack of Hearts. Okay, it looks like hearts don't split. East played high-low. So someone has 4 hearts. We don't exactly know who. But yeah, are we at the crossroads now? Let me think about this again for a second. I mean, if I play the Queen of Hearts and East roughs high, like if East roughs low, I think I'm actually in pretty good shape. Bone Thugs and Harmony are at the crossroads. I'm not familiar with that song or band. It sounds like a band. If East follows to the Queen of Hearts, then it's not very good news. West will rough, low. I could still try this plan of leading a low spade. I feel like I'm past the point of being able to get back to hand and try 2 spade finesses, though. Like, if I rough a diamond, try a spade hook, they tap me in diamonds, I try another spade hook. I can't actually set up the clubs anymore. I was thinking I might be able to try and play this as a cross ruff, though. Queen of Hearts, roughed over roughed. King of Clubs, 10 of Clubs, covered. Roughed with like the 7 of Spades, maybe. All right, let's try it. Queen of Hearts. Queen of Spades from East. Okay. King of Diamonds. Queen of Spades from East. Very interesting. I think I'm taking the spade finesse. I mean, it's certainly possible that East has returned that Queen of Spades, or roughed in from King Queen Doubleton. And I'm a little bit nervous that that's what's going on. In which case I could just make it. ATN says wait before finessing. Like, we don't exactly make it if East has roughed in from Queen Doubleton of Spades. I think we are a little bit... No, we would make it. We can set up the long heart. ATN says count West high card points. West opened a diamond, so I'm not convinced that that really matters, but Ace Jack of Hearts, Queen Jack of Clubs is 8, Ace of Diamonds is 12. You're suggesting that if West has a balanced hand, that they would have opened a no trump with the Spade King. You're probably right. And it does look like West is probably balanced. I do want to make sure that I don't go down multiple, but I think if the Jack of Spades goes to the ace and the king doesn't drop, then I can just cash the diamond queen to pitch a club, club to the king, club rough with the 7 of spades, and we get out for down 1. It does look like West is balanced, right? West has 4 hearts. East bid diamonds, so East has to have, 4 or 5 diamonds for that bid. So West has 4 or 5 diamonds, 4 hearts, presumably 3 clubs. I guess West could have a singleton club. It's possible. But yeah, let's play the Jack of Spades. I think East has the Spade King. The Queen of Spades is such a weird card to rough from if they had like Queen Doubleton. So let's try the ace. Unsuccessful. Queen of Diamonds, pitch a club. Club to the king. Rough a club with the 7 of spades. We're 1 down. Spade King was onside. West had 14. So we actually were making this if we took the spade finesse. What a disaster. Oh, that's because it was the Queen of Clubs from Queen Doubleton. God. It just doesn't make any sense. ATN says sorry. No, I mean, you're kind of right. You're on point that counting high card points is a thing to do in these spots. Oh, what a nightmare, though. What a nightmare. I don't think other people are going to make it, though. I think everyone's going to play West for Queen Jack, 3rd of clubs, and, they'll pick up the spade suit for 1 loser, but they won't be able to pick up the club suit. And so they'll end up down 1 all the same. BZL says that Queen from Queen Doubleton seems to happen a lot. I know, it's like one of the worst leads in all of Bridge. Like, partner raise diamonds. Just lead ace and a diamond against this contract. It's not even that difficult on this hand to come up with the ace of diamonds lead. Board 12. Pass, pass, pass. We open a club. Partner bids a spade and we rebid 3 no, which tends to show solid clubs and a pretty good hand. I wonder if this hand's a little bit too good for it. Like, what do we need for a slam here? King of Hearts, King, Queen of Spades? I'm not sure what alternative we have to 3 now. But yeah, I'm a little bit nervous we might miss a slam on this hand. He had diamond lead. Oh, look at that. We missed a slam. Who could have guessed? Yeah, Brad says reversing into diamonds. That tends to be the way to go on some of these. There's alternatives to a club opener. I mean, I don't like opening 2 clubs with this hand. But yes, you could do that instead. 2 clubs, 3 clubs. I think it's hard to get this hand across in standard. Maybe you just need partner to be making a move with a hand like this over 3 now. Bid 4 clubs with the singleton. Just open 2 now. The hand's way too good for that, but yeah. I guess you could bid 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 now. I still think the hand's too good. It just has way too many tricks. Take off your shoes before opening a club. That works. 4 of diamonds to the queen and king. Okay. Do we win trick one or do we duck? Wait, was that a thing? Someone did that, Zapass? Someone took their shoes off before opening the... No, I mean... I think the implication is that it shows you're trying to count points with your toes. But no, I don't think anyone's actually done it. BZL says this is 19 highs. Yeah, but still, I think the hand's too good for 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 now. Brad votes yes, win trick 1. I mean, it does seem pretty clear that... What do they think 3 no-shows, by the way? Solid 7-card club suit. Okay, gotcha. So this isn't some hand where East is going to be tempted to switch to a singleton club. Zap says he thought Fisher took off one of his shoes when he was slamish. I don't recall this, but... Alright, what's actually the plan? I don't think if I win the diamond ace, they're going to pitch enough diamonds for me to sensibly set up the heart suit. Like, it's technically possible to squeeze someone who has the diamond jack, queen jack of spades, or 4 spades, and the ace of hearts by winning trick 1. If we run 7 clubs, they're going to have to hold on to 3 spades, 1 heart, and therefore exactly 1 diamond, so the diamonds would be blocked. I guess for that reason we should win trick 1, because I see a legitimate way to score extra tricks here, but we definitely want to run the club suit. East pitches the 8 of diamonds. Spade discard from East is interesting. Another diamond pitch from East. Same with West. Another diamond pitch from East. That's 3 diamond discards from East. There's another spade pitch. I guess I'll ditch a heart now. He pitches another diamond. I mean, spades could be running. I think it's more likely that East is still holding on to queen jack third of spades. So real question is, who has the jack of diamonds? Because it is starting to sound like East is down to a singleton diamond potentially. It's not that consistent with East discards. I mean, again, this would be a helpful spot if the opponents were actually giving signals. We could read the count signal in diamonds and have a much better guess as to the opponent's shape. I think I have a pretty good guess about the spades shape. East is still down to queen jack third of spades, and West has one of them remaining. Now, would East try and dump the jack of diamonds if they had it? Like, if they truly were getting end played, or not end played, but the diamonds were blocked, would they try and unblock the suit, or would they just keep the suit blocked and hope that I didn't work it out? Because the robots tend to over-evaluate your ability to read the cards in these spots. And therefore, I think East would be a little bit more likely to unblock the diamond jack. So I have the feeling that that West is still holding on to jack doubleton of diamonds. West has also pitched a couple of diamonds, remember? I think West pitched 2 of them. but maybe it was just one. Man, now it's been a while since West discarded. We could take a safe line, which is just cash the ace king of spades and then lead the heart king. And if East has mistakenly ditched all of their diamonds, then we might get the queen of hearts at the end. I think the field is just going to cash the ace king of spades from here. And I think the field is probably right. Let's just do it. West has the ace, but yeah, East had pitched all of their diamonds, so it was a good thing that we did not try and knock out the heart ace. West would have won and cashed a couple of tricks. All right, board 13. We open a no trump in third seat. We have 16. 2 clubs by West. Single suitor, partner bids 3 clubs, transfer to diamonds, we accept. And we get the king of hearts lead. Is West seriously leading king from king doubleton or stiff king and as opposed to a spade from ace king jack 6th? Like, that's exactly what's happening, right? Okay, well, we'll win the ace, and I guess try ace and a diamond. Good start. Did anyone else think that West had the queen of hearts? Because I did not. I certainly did not. I think East is going to continue another heart, trying to give their partner a ruff. If so, we have a real chance to strip squeeze West. All right, West plays the 7 of clubs. So all I need is for West to have the ace king of spades. We can run all of our diamonds and then exit a spade to West. Let's try and keep a count on West's hand, though, because I'm a little bit nervous about this. Spade discard. Another spade discard. Third spade. Another spade. I'm going to try it. Hopefully East doesn't win and run the entire heart suit. No! No! How rude! Also, I like that East just plays a club through. Did East pitch all of their hearts? I wasn't watching, but that's really unfortunate. All right. East did pitch all of their hearts. We were doing so well. I mean, it makes more sense given the singleton king of hearts lead. West surely would have let a spade from ace king. We've just seen it happen so many times. All right, board 14. Club on our right. We decide to overcall a heart. How is it possible that we bid twice in this auction? A club, a heart. A spade overcall, or a spade response, showing 5. Partner doubled for penalty. What is happening? This is an unbelievable auction to me. Okay, partner doubles a spade for penalty. Somehow, after a penalty double, East has a support redouble available. This, like a penalty redouble. East is just like, look, man, I got 3 small trumps. I assume you're okay. West is sitting there on like 10-5th. And North has ace, king, queen, jack 5th, ready to pull trumps. Um, and then we decide to jump to 3 diamonds with a 9 count. No fit with our partner spades, by the way. What? Oh boy. All right, we get the 2 clubs lead. How did we get here? we. I can't take this. Why did partner double a spade for penalty rather than just showing their clubs? Wait, did East open a club? East opened a club. Okay, now I understand. What? This is such a mess. All right, let's win the club queen. And I guess lead a heart to the king. The opponents are going to start getting rough, so I think our plan is to try and cross rough as much as possible. Club rough, diamond. Yep. Yep. This is going great. Okay. I'm sure we should take a club finesse. Westel rough, hopefully with a natural. It has to be with a natural, right? East only has 3 clubs, so East can't have 4 diamonds. Okay. Now spade comes, killing dummy's entry. Perfect. I would really like to know if diamonds are 5-2 or 4-3. Because if diamonds are 5-2 and I rough a spade back to hand and then try and pull trumps and potentially set up hearts, I don't think I can ever set up the long heart, though. Right? Yeah, I don't think I can ever set up the long heart. The opponents are going to be able to cash spades or force me too many times. Okay, I guess we should just win the ace of spades and rough a spade then. Score our 9 of diamonds if possible. Try and pull trumps. Hey, they split. I have 2 more tricks. And then I'm out of good ideas. Down 2. No double, no trouble, as they say. Things all started going downhill on board 11. We're just going down in contract after contract. What is this? We got doubled in 4 hearts? All right, what's going on? We opened a heart. 2 diamonds on our left, pass, pass. I think it's pretty clear to reopen double with these sorts of hands. I know that there's distributional hands where reopening double isn't correct. And maybe this is kind of borderline. And the colors aren't really right for going after a penalty of 2 diamonds, but if partner does have a penalty of diamonds, we have a lot of aces. Brad says thinks it's clear to jump to 3 hearts. I don't think 3 hearts would ever be the bid. Oh, the beep boop was robot speak. I got you. Yeah, I think if we wanted to balance, 3 clubs would be the bid. But I really like double. We have a lot of quick tricks, so if partner has diamonds locked up, the opponents are in huge trouble. It's not like we have a 7th heart, so even if partner has a doubleton, it's not as if we're in too much of a violation of the law of total tricks. And yeah, we may be missing out on a vulnerable game, so I do understand wanting to balance for that reason. But I don't know. It feels close to me. Either way, we decide to bid 3 hearts. Pass, pass, 3 spades. I mean, that's just an impossible bid, right? East could have bid two spades over two diamonds if they had a spade suit. So balancing here to I like how three spades shows 10 or fewer points and doesn't even have spades in the description. This could be zero spades, just 10 or fewer high card points. It's like whenever East has a 10 count, they're required to bid this. You know, diamond support, couldn't bid earlier, have to bid now. We decide to bid four hearts. Okay, buddy. We get doubled. I think West is just doubling on high cards and not on trump length. Although obviously West could have four hearts. Like, it almost makes sense to try and run the 10 of hearts, pinning a singleton 9, but I think that's a little bit too big of a position to take. King of diamonds. We should ruff. West was obviously hoping the ace king of diamonds cashed. Brad votes for 10 of hearts for the memes. I mean, there's no reason West can't have four hearts to the jack, but this is such a ludicrous auction that, like, I would probably double as West for no. Also, double as takeout. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. I think we're starting to get an understanding of how to play the heart suit now. I mean, I'm not going to hook East for the 10 of hearts, but I think I'm just going to pull 3 rounds of trumps. Take out with exactly 18 points. Is that what it said too? Yeah, 18 total points. This is amazing. So I think I'm just going to go Queen of Hearts, Ace, King of Hearts, Ace, Queen of Clubs is the plan. If East has Jack, Fourth of Hearts, so be it. We could have made it, but I'm pretty sure West is just doubling because this auction is stupid and they expect that their side has the majority of the high cards, which is true. They aren't wrong, but we had a pretty good hand. Not interested in the over trick. Heart to the queen, club finesse? I don't think so. I mean, it's very possible that clubs are 4-1, so if I took the club finesse and they got a ruff, it doesn't really hurt us because we were always losing 2 club tricks. But I am a bit nervous about club finesse, spade, spade, spade. So that's why I want to pull trumps. All right, third heart. West has it. Nice takeout double, buddy. 2 or fewer hearts, just violating system. I don't think these guys are ever playing together again. All right, they get 2 spades and a club, making 4. Just... Couldn't I discard a spade on the diamond lead? I mean, sure, but why would that be helpful? Like, again, I really don't want them to play multiple rounds of spades and me to have this, like, uncomfortable guess about what to do. But yes, I could. Then I wouldn't lose 2 spades. Good point. All right, last board of the set. I think we had a really good set going, at least through board 10. We probably still finished okay, like 62 or something. Spade. A takeout double. Could have 3 spades, of course. 2 hearts on our right. We bid 3 diamonds. Why? Like, why would we think that this is the right bid? This isn't our hand. Oh, no. Okay, well, we're here. Look at that. We are so good. We might even make this thing. Ace of Hearts lead. Okay, we're not going to make this thing. King from Ace King, so we have a couple of heart losers. Ace of Hearts, King of Spades switch. Could be a singleton ace. Ace of Spades. Okay. Schiff says, oh right, I had this hand. So assuming hearts are 6-1, which is what it looks like, otherwise West would have continued hearts to get a ruff. I mean, we're definitely not ruffing with the King of Diamonds, so let's ruff with the 7. Cool. East follows. Good start. So Spades probably 6-2. So West is like 6-1, 3-3 maybe. That would be great news. We could ruff the clubs good and pitch a couple of spades. If West is like 6-1, 2-4, what bad things happen to me? If I go King of Clubs, Ace of Clubs, Club. I guess I can pull 2 rounds of trumps first, right? Diamond to the King, Diamond to the Ace. Then King Ace of Clubs and a club. If East roughs in, it's the last trump and I pitch a heart loser. Although, then I'm in serious trouble. Oh, but then East is end played into leading hearts because they're out of spades. Oh, wait a second. Wait, we might be onto something. And if East doesn't rough in, well, then I'm screwed. Okay, cool. Good talk. Yeah, so I guess if clubs are 4-2, I'm actually in a lot of trouble. But I think I really need to go after 3-3 clubs. So what happens if I never touch trumps? I go King of Clubs, Club to the Ace, Club. If East follows, we rough low, or with the 9, and then hope we can pull trumps. If East doesn't follow, if they discard, that's great. We can rough low. And if East roughs middle, we might be able to overruff and play East for 3 diamonds, then pull 2 trumps, pulling all the trumps, ruff the clubs good, ruff a spade, cash the 5th club. I think that seems okay. If East has 3 diamonds, so assuming I'm right that spades are 6-2, which there's no guarantee, and assuming I'm right that hearts are 6-1, which I think is guaranteed, then if West has 4 clubs, West only has 2 diamonds and East has 3. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. So club to the King, club to the Ace, club. I mean, it's not great if East has 4 clubs, but yeah, this looks good. Okay, last thing to think about is, what if diamonds are 4-1 from here? Can they be 4-1? Who would have 4? East would have 4, right? Because West is turned up with one heart, three clubs. I guess they could have five spades and four diamonds. Yeah, actually, West is the only one who could have four. So let me think. If West has four diamonds, what can I do? I mean, if I knew about it right now, I could play a spade roughing low and dummy, but that obviously puts me at a huge risk. And if I try and cash the king, queen of diamonds, I mean, then I strand the clubs. If I go ace of diamonds, diamond to the king. I don't think there's anything I can do about 4-1 diamonds, so let's just go ace of diamonds, diamond to the king. Hope that they split. They do. Look at that. We can even try and pin like a singleton jack of hearts in the end. I don't think it's going to happen, but you know, may as well cash a couple of clubs and give it a shot. Yeah, we were correct about the shape on the hand. Spades were 6-2, hearts were 6-1. Schiff says for you, they couldn't have five spades and four diamonds because East passed out three diamonds. That's probably true. Yeah, East would have showed spades with three card support. That's maybe I subconsciously like deduced that, but I wasn't able to articulate it. But yes, that's a very clear reason why spades have to be 6-2. All right, how did we end up doing? We got 66. It was actually a really strong performance today. Some of our even bad results, like board 11, four spades down one, you know, like I said, I didn't think that was going to be terrible. It was 60. We only had a couple of red boards and they were all in the 40s. So that tends to mean that, that maybe someone found either a better line or found a way to swindle the robots, but generally we played pretty well on the boards. We had a 99.6 on board. What? Look at how many tables are playing these things. 128 tables. 99.6 on board one to make an over trick in two spades. Yeah, this is the one where we stole the 10 of clubs, which not only scored an extra club trick, but gave us an extra entry to rough the diamond suit good, which was super cool at the end of play. Board 3, making four hearts was huge. Yeah, this was the really cool line of play that we found where we judged that West was likely to be short in hearts despite the 6-1 club split.